This is called Steadfastness in Christ. Um, I don't know how long this is going to be. It's just an idea that I thought of today. I didn't originate it. I just thought about it and I wanted to talk about it. Steadfastness in Christ. It's like there are there are moral principles and moral laws and virtue that can be learned from the Bible and Christ. And it's like at every moment that reality presents you with truth, if you can use virtue to meet the reality that is unfolding, it's like you are allowing yourself to be open, to be present, and a vessel for God's will. It's like everything that you could do that doesn't involve that is actually against God. Everything, every single thing. Like me smoking cigarettes, every time I do that, I'm going against God. You know what I'm saying? That's my burden to carry. That's between me, myself, and God. You know what I'm saying? It's like me hurting somebody, that's between me, God, and that person. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like steadfastness in Christ. So like there's this idea, or like, you know, the armor of God, the armor of righteousness, like stuff like that. The seven spirits of the armor of God, right? There are seven qualities, right? It's like strength, courage, and so on. I'll probably do a video about this in a more detailed and presentation kind of way. I'm sure you could go find presentations about it already. It's like a lot of this stuff that I want to work on is like it's just another presentation. It's like all the people that want to talk about the Lord and talk about Christ, it's like they are operating as a signpost to point toward Him. You know what I mean? And point toward what He had taught us, the virtues that He wants to instill in us, or the spirits that surround, like, what God's grace consists of, you know, and to wear that and put that on and be reminded of that, you know, at all times. It's like people who say, like, pray at all times. Like, everything you should do it should be prayer. It's like that. Steadfastness. It's like there is no room for hesitation. There's no room to, like, relieve yourself or like go off. It's like you're standing on post. You're on guard duty. You know what I mean? And every moment you're like, you know, I'll just take a quick nap from my guard duty. It's like stepping away from like emulating Christ. Every time you do that, like, you are going against God. You are participating in the lie. You are participating in Satan's game. You are allowing evil to creep ever closer toward tempting and devouring, like, people who are under the control or doing God's will, like these kinds of things, right? I don't know. I just wanted to talk about it. I like that idea. Something today made me think about steadfastness in Christ. I put it on my voice recorder, and I wanted to make a video talking about it. You know, it's not high quality. It's kind of just me rambling. Um, but nevertheless, like, I want to put a video out there that allows people to hear what I'm saying and you know, think about these things themselves. Uh, you know, you might ask yourself something like, you know, am I steadfast in Christ? Am I doing God's will? You know, am I allowing divinity to take presence? You know, I'd say for the vast majority of people, they if they were honest with themselves, they would say no. Um, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting in my car and I'm making a video for YouTube. I'm not being of service to anyone right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even. Am I serving myself? I could be like making money to support to pay my bills, but it's like I'm making these videos. You know what I mean? Steadfastness in Christ. More people should talk about it. More people should be talking about it. More people should be realizing and talking about the ways in which people are not steadfast in Christ. You know what I'm saying? Is everyone that goes to work every day, they go to church on Sunday and then they go to work the rest of the week, are they steadfast in Christ? Or are they steadfast in Christ for one day, out of 7? That's the kind of question I ask myself almost every day. At least I could be honest with myself, and I could see the ways in which, I'm selfish. And I could try my best to refuse, and be steadfast in Christ. I'm the people that I meet daily, on a daily basis. I'm kind, I'm sweet to them. I hold the door for them. I feed them. I bring them the food that they, for whatever reason, can't get for themselves. I immediately bought a hot bag because if I ordered food from DoorDash, I would want my DoorDasher to have a hot bag. It's just like little things like that. They all add up. You know what I'm saying? All the little evil things that you do, all the conceits that you have, all the deceit that you, commit. It's like that all adds up too. My yearning for a better world, that adds up. You know what I'm saying? Day in and day out. Being sorrowful for the fact that I live in this world, that my parents were the way they were, how they still are. The fact that people have to work their lives and be practically enslaved. Despite the fact that people would argue that we're free in America, or that they would like to make an argument that you're ungrateful because there are people in other parts of the world who are far worse off. It's like if that's where your mind goes, you miss the point completely. That's not my bad. Steadfastness in Christ.